Man, it took me a couple of days to actually make this recording because I can't believe what just happened in chapter 72 of Painter of the Night. This whole week, I'm in the state of a horny silence. Man, communication really makes their relationship better. And since there is a better relationship, that also means that all the smutty scenes are also better. And the result is too much to handle for the whole fan base. Sir, I think he is complaining, not complimenting, when Nakyum said that your PP is big. And why is it growing bigger? I don't know, maybe he watered it. Anyway, before we get started, I just want to remind our viewers that if you like seeing more yaoi content and would like to support this channel, please don't forget to smash that like button. Also, if you haven't done so, please subscribe to this channel and hit that notification bell. Feel free to leave me a message in my social media at ZEALED FUJOSHI, which I'll be using to interact with viewers about more yaoi content. If that's something that interests you, feel free to follow me at ZEALED FUJOSHI. Finally, this episode will contain explicit content and a lot of manhwa spoilers. With that in mind, please proceed with caution. You have been warned. Now, without further ado, let's jump into chapter 72 of Painter of the Night. Man, I have read this chapter probably more than 30 times already in the course of the past 5 days. And I still can't stop smiling when I'm reading chapter 72. This episode is not gonna be that useful. It's just me ranting on my thoughts of everything that happened in chapter 72. There is a lot that happened, but it's also hard to make commentary about it because it's really mature content, but I will do my best. Anyway, I was really not ready for this chapter because I was kind of expecting I wasn't expecting this. This is too much to handle even for me. I was fangirling over this new chapter. This right here is just wow for me. I have no words. I'm just so completely speechless how beautifully drawn this chapter is, and their interactions with one another is so freaking hot. Man, Nakyum is so beautiful in this chapter. I'm so in love with him, and Seungho better love him to the moon and back and repeat it so on. I mean, it's still not enough for me because, he did so many shitty things. It's kind of hard to forgive Seungho, but, if he keeps loving him just like this, forgiveness is not that far off the boat. Man, talk about character development. Man, I keep telling myself this is why Byeonduck made us go through all those suffering in the previous chapters, because it made moments just like this more memorable and more, meaningful, because we went through all of those crappy chapters. Anyway, I don't know, this chapter is the normal length of Painter of the Night, but it's so freaking short. But don't get me wrong, it is freaking satisfying to read this chapter. I hope that after their smexy scenes, Seungho will continue to treat Nakyum well. especially since, again, he has already suffered enough. You know, if Seungho will keep this reformed side of him constantly, he will definitely be a top tier semi. Anyway, while I was reading this chapter, I also read many of our members' conversation in IG and also in Discord. And a couple of members were doing a little bit of an investigation. And, you know, they said that somebody found it on Reddit that Seungho's PP is about 35 centimeters, which is around 13 inches. So yeah, it kinda is understandable why Nakyum thinks that he's pretty deep, but Nakyum, I need to know how far it reaches deep inside. just to have a better idea of it. But I think most of the listeners' point of view is if an average person's head is around 8 to 9 inches, and there's a couple of scenes in the series where it is put close to Nakyum's face and it's definitely longer than his face. That's how they're pointing out that it's probably around the range of 13 inches. But anyway, man, another thing that I got reminded of, because I was reading the previous chapters and I suddenly something piqued my interest, which was Seungho said in the very beginning of this series that he will never embrace a lowborn. And it's kind of funny seeing him, embrace Nakyum now, and even doing this whole role play of calling Nakyum a lord. I don't know if it's some sort of foreshadowing on the lineage of Nakyum, or it's just, let's accept it. Sir, you have become a Nakyum simp. I wouldn't be surprised if Nakyum is simping over Seungho and Seungho is also simping over Nakyum. But man, I am very happy that I patiently waited for them to get to this moment. Now I just need to be patiently waiting for them to vocally express and accept their feelings for one another and finally have the label of lovers. I don't know if that's even possible. You guys let me know if you think that is a possibility for their unique social status and era that they are living in. But man, I can assure you that if they will have more lovey-dovey moments, I think majority of the Painter of the Night fandom will be so freaking overwhelmed, and probably majority of us will die of all the fluff that's about to happen. Man, I have so much respect for Byeonduck this week. She literally made a work of art. For me, she is the master of the art of seduction. And this chapter 72 is a complete proof of her genius. Anyway, I hope you enjoyed today's episode. Please don't forget to follow my social media to be teased about some of the boys' love that I'm interested in. Feel free to leave me a message and converse with me. I'd love to hear from you. We have a new Discord channel. Link is down below. Please, I would love to hear back from you. And also, please consider supporting the show by donating as little as 99 cents. Yeah, you heard me right. It's just 99 cents to support Sealed Fujoshi by going to www.sealedfujoshi.xyz, Also, don't forget to support the author. All the manhwa details can be found in the description below. Again, thank you so much for all the love and support, and hope to see you next time.